decks. We have for the earth signs, we have for the air signs, we have for the fire signs, and then we have for the water signs. We're going to go ahead and get started. Alright guys, here we go. Here's for our earth signs. So of course, what is a reading without, or what is a pick a deck reading without tarot? So here we go. So basically the cards that we have here, let me see, we have the World card in reverse, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Chariot. Now, what is so striking to me is that the thing is me being an earth sign as well, and this is for your your sun sign, your rising sign, or even your moon sign or your Venus or whatever. If you relate to the earth more than your your other signs, and that's perfectly fine, and this message also is for you. One thing that I do want to say is that what's striking me right now, are actually what's sticking out to me, is the Chariot and the World card. And it's so funny because both of these we're going to talk about this one in just a second, but let's just focus on these two. First of all, what I want to say and what I'm triggered to say is that, listen, sweetheart, you have the ability, you have the drive, you have everything that you need in order to succeed, and you have everything that you need in order for you to move forward into this next step in your life. And there is nothing that you need to be afraid of. What I want to say, what I'm triggered to say, is that you are at a stage in your life where you need to trust yourself and to trust the process, and to trust that whatever this stage is that you're moving on towards, you have to be able to close the doors behind you and not look back. It is okay for you to revisit a memory, but as long as it is not becoming counterproductive. Do you see what I'm saying? What I feel like I want to say with the Chariot is that the Chariot is all about moving forward and moving ahead. Right? And the thing is, what I also want to say about the Chariot is that the Chariot moves in the moment. The Chariot understands that the future is going to be what it is, and the past is actually what it is and what it was. But what the Chariot is focusing on right now is he's focusing on the moment. Right? He is focusing, or she is focusing, or whatever this energy is focusing on what's in front of them. And that is how they're able to actually channel divine messages. Speaking of divine messages, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which in my own spiritual opinion is divine intervention, saying, look, this is a spark. This is the in this case, this is the investment that you've been making. So why do you feel like you are not ready? Are you afraid of succeeding? Are you afraid of moving forward because you don't know what's going to happen when in the future? What is it that you're afraid of? There should be nothing that you should be afraid of at all. Explore, allow yourself to go through, because you are indeed ready. And I know, and I feel like you do need that push, and that, that little push forward, that little nudge. Right? Because it's so funny, because as I'm saying that, I'm thinking of a baby that, when they're sometimes, they're afraid, sometimes they're afraid, they fall on their little bottoms because they're like, oh, I don't know if I can walk yet. But it's like, no, my dear, you actually have the ability. Just try it. Just get yourself up. I'm here to help you get up and go ahead and push forward. And when you take that first step, it's like, oh my goodness, I can do this. And I know you're not children, or maybe you are watching this, whatever. But in this sense, it's like you have what it takes, and you have the ability to allow yourself to move forward, allow yourself to progress, and allow yourself to feel everything in this moment so that it can prepare you for what's to come. The thing is about the World card is that sometimes we get so stagnant, and we get so used to just being in this one stage in our life, and we feel so content with it that we just feel like, well, what else, how can this get any better, or how can this get any worse? I'm just gonna stay here. No, allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to move, allow yourself to flow, allow yourself to be. The thing with the Ace of Pentacles is that this is saying, look, this is an investment, but in order for you to invest in this, you have to be able to allow things to be what they were. Allow them to be what they were. You've learned everything that you needed to learn in that moment, at that stage in your life. You are forever evolving. You are forever growing. There is no way you're going to allow yourself to grow and to evolve by staying in this one place stagnant. And so what the Chariot is saying is he is urging you, or she is urging you, or this divine being is urging you, is popping up to tell you to move forward and continue to allow yourself to grow. Continue to let yourself be, because you have what it takes. You have the wisdom. You have everything that you need. You know that, and you know that you have everything that you need. There is a power in you, and people do look to that. And although Although you may not be doing it for people to watch you, people are watching and they are inspired by that, saying, wow, like, you know, how do I get to where they're going? And although you're not trying to, and I hope that you're not doing this, and if you are, maybe you may want to rethink this, but if you are, let's just say, comparing yourself, okay, well, how come I am not, you know, like this person yet, or how come I'm not as far as them yet? Don't worry about what they're doing, but focus on everything that you are doing. What the Chariot is saying too, what I feel like is that, look, put all of your focus and put all of your intention into this one thing, and you will acquire your desired results. But it also is going to take for you to trust yourself and to trust the divine and trust the process and allow yourself to move. And what I'm seeing, what I am feeling coming from this though, is like, as you're moving, there may be a bit of turbulence around, but you're not giving into that turbulence. You are not becoming turbulent with the wind. What you are doing is you are allowing the wind to flow as you're rappelling on this horse of wisdom. And your ancestors and your guides are there with you, nudging you and urging you to go, because you have what it takes. You just have to believe in yourself enough. And the thing is, what I want to say to my earth signs is to take your own advice. And this is not me trying to comfort anybody, but if you are one of those earth signs that is so quick to help other people and to give them advice, what I'm telling you is to take your own advice. Take it. Because you deserve great too. You deserve it. And you are more than just the material. You are more than a material representation of divine things. You are also spiritual. You are also spiritual. You are spiritual first. And what I am here to tell you, and what the divine is here to tell you, not even me, because there is no me when I'm reading. What the divine wants you to know is, it wants you to continue to purge forward. And it's so funny that I say purge forward, but what I mean is that everything that you learned, yes, you can apply that on and going to the next step, but understand and realize that there are some things that you can take with you, but you don't want to take everything, because you don't want to become so heavily weighed down with these things to where you're moving, too slow. This is you having enough stamina in order to get to this next step and get to this next place and get to this next step of evolution. Do you see what I mean? You're not dragging too many things with you. And not only that, the wisdom that you have inside of you, you are able to share that with other people. And that is beautiful. You are able to share that with your soul tribe, with your clan. Do you see what I'm saying? You are able to share this with others. And you are in fact a leader. You are a leader. But you also must learn how to follow, because in order for you to lead, you have to know how to follow first. You have to know how to follow first. And then, of course, we have curiosity and exploration. Allow yourself to explore. Allow yourself to go, because there are so many different things that you can actually learn on this journey. Allow yourself to be like a child. Allow yourself to be open and receptive. Yes, I understand that you are so used to doing and controlling and, and putting your hands in everything. But sometimes you just have to take a few steps back and just observe what this thing is. Do you see what I'm saying? Just allow yourself to just chill and just look and just observe. Enjoy. Just bask in a moment. It's like, you know what? This is what I've learned from that. And that's cool. You see what I'm saying? Allow yourself to be that way. Allow yourself to observe. Curiosity. Explore. Explore the depths of yourself. Explore who you are. Become yourself. Allow yourself to be. And it's so amazing because we actually do have the wolf here. The wolf, in my opinion, is is a very strong symbol. And the thing about the wolf is that people think of the wolf as being this being that just, is always devouring things. You see what I'm saying? And so ruthless. But what people often miss about the wolf is that the wolf knows sacrifice, and the wolf is all about sacrifice. But the wolf is not just about itself. The wolf is also about the pack. The wolf is also about the tribe. So everything that you are doing is leading you to this point to where you are actually able to uplift your tribe and bring in your tribe in order to manifest great things, and allow yourself to be that leader. Remember, sometimes for you being the leader is allowing things to flow in front of you, and you keep back and you watch and you make sure that everything is in place exactly what it should be, because you are what is actually you are what's grounding everything. You are the foundation. What you have, your knowledge, your skills, your mindset is the foundation that everything else has in order to thrive. And this is not me saying that, you should be that thing. But what I am saying is that the same way you set the foundation and you allow everything to sit atop of you in order to hold everything up, allow yourself to do the same thing for you when you need to. That same confidence that you have in others, the same way you want to teach other people what you've been through and to help them, Allow yourself to be the same way. Allow yourself to thrive in the same exact way. Give yourself that peace of mind. Give yourself that love. Another thing that I am also seeing is that I relate in peace. Allow yourself to be, understand that not everybody will understand things the way that you do, and that is okay. It cannot be forced. That's something that cannot be mimicked. That is fine. You can't force everybody to think the way that you do. You cannot force to have everybody, you can't force everyone else, to have the same expectations of you. And that's one thing about the wolf though, because what I also feel coming from this is that just because you know doesn't mean that the next person does know. And what I'm also seeing is that first of all, we have the surrender to the divine card, the full moon. The thing about the full moon is that this is where the energy is just explode. It doesn't necessarily like explode, but it's like this gush of everything just kind of oozing out. Everything reveals itself. You see all the energies for what they are, and you feel so overwhelmed with this love and joy, and everything exposes itself, and it's so beautiful, or it could be nasty, whatever it is. But the thing is that when the full moon, surrender to the divine, surrender to that is greater than you, surrender to this purpose, surrender to this divine purpose. That is what you are being called to do. Allow the universe, allow the divine source, God, whatever you want to call it, to be the foundation that you rest your heels upon in order to move forward. Trust that process, trust the divine, trust the process, trust the foundation. Don't allow yourself to be sunk, sunk into this dark place whenever you feel an earthquake, or whenever, something doesn't go the way that you want it to go. Because trust, however this is going is exactly the way that it should be going, because that is a test of your power, and that is a test to see what you are able to manipulate in a good way in order to create change and in order for you to get to the next step. Another thing that we're seeing here is that dragon, wisdom, spirituality, abundance. You are being guided to tap into your inner wisdom and find your higher purpose. You have a unique gift to present to the world. The time has come to showcase yourself and your abilities. Be strong and courageous through your transition. The thing is about this is that, and it's so amazing how we actually have these three coming out, popping out at the same time in this pool. And this is so powerful because it's like, look, you have the breath of fire that you need. You have the breath of fire, my love. You really do. You have the breath of fire. You are spiritually intelligent. You are spiritually inclined, despite what other people say about you. It doesn't matter. Allow yourself to flow. Allow yourself to give in to once was. Clean house. Endings and beginnings. The thing about ending things is that you have to be able to let it be where it is again in order for you to move forward. Before you leave that apartment, make sure it's clean so that whoever else is coming in, okay, cool. This is a clean space, whatever. Clean house. Clean up your body. Clean up your mind. Clean up your spirit. Clean up your soul. Clean it up so that you can welcome new things and so that you can actually progress and move forward. Because the last thing that you want to do is move forward with dirty hands. Don't taint everything don't go touching everything with dirty hands. Clean your hands off. Don't go tainting everything with their negative energy. Clear that out so that you can move forward and invite in new energy. Remove the toxins, remove them so that when you do move forward, everything, is crystal clear. The purpose is clear. See me in their eyes. See yourself the way that the divine sees you. See yourself in the exact same light, because you are nothing less than the divine, and you deserve nothing less than the divine. But you have to understand that by you understanding who you are and what you're capable of is going to lead you to that next step. Understand that, and that is okay. You have a purpose, you have things to share, and you have things to show the world, but in order for that, you have to shed that skin and allow it to be what it is. Leave it where it's at, because you don't need it anymore. You, earth signs, are moving on to something greater. You are moving on to something different, but you are going to have to trust yourself and the divine in order for you to get there. Lean on your own understanding, because you have what it takes, and you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. There is no question. So your purpose as of right now is to move forward. Learn to let go. It is okay for you to control some things, but not everything needs to be controlled. Not everything needs to be controlled. And it's so amazing because I actually have Capricorn vibes right here, my oil. And this is not just for Capricorns, of course. This is for Virgo, and it also is for Taurus. You know, don't, you know, sometimes not everything needs to be so overly analyzed. Sometimes it's okay for you to think about the things the way that they are now and say, you know what, I'm not going to read too deeply into that. I'm going to go ahead and just move forward. And that's okay for you to say that. It's okay for you to do that sometimes. Anyways, my love, I hope that this message resonated. I hope that you gained some type of understanding from this, and thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, everyone, for your love and support. I really do highly appreciate that. I also wanted to take the time out to invite you all into our sacred space. If you are new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. We would love to have you a part of our Eden family. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Magick of Eden. There you will find daily readings. You will also find videos on messages that Spirit has guided me to give you. Thank you so much again for your love and support. I highly appreciate you, and I really do welcome you into this journey where we are here to transform into our higher selves. I love you so much, and again, thank you for your support. See you soon.